Reese shared the unfortunate news that she is out with a season-ending wrist injury. She broke the news on her Twitter account. I will put her tweet up right here if you guys want to pause the video and read it. And this seems to be the play that she got injured. It was during her game versus the Sparks. As you can see here, she falls pretty hard to the ground. She hits her left wrist, picks it up really quickly, and then is grabbing it. However, after this play, she stayed in the game. She hit a three-pointer after. The Chicago Sky won the game. And even in her press conference, it didn't seem like anything was wrong. She didn't discuss an injury. So fans were actually really shocked when she came out and said that she would be out for the rest of the season. In the 24 hours after the news broke, the internet ran wild with conspiracy theories. They were wondering if she was truly injured. Did she just decide to tap out of the season because she didn't want to be in the Rookie of the Year conversations anymore? Some people were also saying that she was pregnant, which is totally wild. And Angel Reese heard what a lot of people were saying about her, so she took to her TikTok to clear up any of the rumors. This video is quite long, so I'm going to put it on 1.5 speed, but here is what she had to say.
So y'all know I hurt my wrist. I'm out for the season. I fell on my hand when I got the EM1. When I fell back, fell on my hand, and it is a small crack in my bone. Yeah. Basically, the doctors told me that I could either not get surgery or have surgery. The risk of not having surgery, I could literally have arthritis at 22 years old. That wasn't an option. The bone could literally crack and literally completely shatter. Right now, it's like a hairline, literally a hairline, like shatter, not even that big. But they're gonna put like a small little screw in it. And I wasn't going for it getting any bigger. And long term, I literally could have like not played anymore because my bone this is a very hard place to heal because the blood flow is like literally slipped to that. So that was an option. So I'm getting surgery on Tuesday. I'm literally going to be on a cast for 4 weeks, and then I'm going to be in a soft cast for 2 weeks that is removable, and then I'm back. So 6 weeks, I'll be back to do my own thing, normal life. I'm not pregnant, like that was never a thing.
She goes on to say that she thinks that she had a great rookie season. She will still be on the sidelines, and she will be back soon to do all of her things. She named like a ton of things: being a baddie, hanging out with her friends, getting long nails, doing all of the Angel Reese things. I personally think that it was a good decision to shut it down. If it is a hairline fracture, you don't want that getting any worse. And the Chicago Sky at best this season will be the 8th seed in the playoffs and probably get smoked by the Liberty first round. So what's the point in having an injury that could take months to heal if you continue to play on it for what might be another 6 games? I also think it's going to be interesting to see how the Chicago Sky runs specifically their offense without Angel Reese on the court. Because one thing that they have focused on this entire season through wins and losses is feeding the ball through Angel Reese. The offense has pretty much gone through her the majority of the season. It has worked.
Okay. First off, the offense runs through Shandy Carter. I had to stop it there. You're doing so good, and I love your show. The offense does not run through Angel Reese. I'm sorry. Angel Reese is a big factor to that team as far as the Chicago Sky goes for rebounding purposes and her energy. Now, as far as being a #1 option or anything like that on the Chicago Sky for offense, that's not the case at all. So yeah, I had to stop it right there. But it is unfortunate for her to be out for the season. What I would say is this. You know, with the Chicago Sky, actually, they're not even in the playoffs anymore. If they do make the playoffs, they're not. I don't see them going far at all. I don't think Angel Reese is going to make a huge difference anyways. So if she does have a fracture, hey, you know what? It is best for you to shut it down early and start to recover so you could go ahead and you can get back to training and getting ready for the next year. So me personally, I don't mind the decision if she has a fracture in her wrist or her forearm or her forehand or whatever the case is, whatever she has an injury on. If she's shutting it down early, that's fine, but take your rest, take your time, get back in the lab as soon as possible. Now, someone who's injured, I don't want to see you on the sideline. I don't want to see you I want you to rest. If you're a real Chicago Sky fan, if you really want to see the Chicago Sky be good in the next couple of years, tell Angel Reese to go rest. Get off the sideline, jumping around and clapping around. Go rest, please. Please go rest. Seriously. That's what I would like to see. You're doing a whole lot for someone who just had a season-ending injury, which it's a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, you don't know her life. Dude, I know basketball. I haven't seen one person in the NBA, maybe I have, but not really, who has we're talking about season-ending injury, and they're on the sideline the next 2 days cheering on their team with that much energy that Angel Reese has. Go rest, please.
Worked in their favor in some ways, and it has caused some losses in some ways. And I also think that a player like Camila Cordosa, who was the number 3 pick in the WNBA draft, she has been pushed to the side, and Angel Reese has been in that spotlight, I think rightfully so, because she is one of the most famous players in the league this season. However, when it comes to play on the court, I think that Camila Cordosa hasn't been able to find her groove, and I don't think that the Chicago Sky have utilized these two players in the way that they probably should have, because I feel like they have a pretty big threat with these two if they use them properly. So hopefully, even with Angel Reese out through the rest of the season, they can maybe try some different lineups, try to run offenses a different way, and maybe figure out what will work best going into next season. Looking back at Angel Reese's rookie season, she definitely exceeded my expectations. I wasn't expecting her to make this big of an impact on the league. I take that back. I did think she would make as big as an impact as she has in things off the court, and she has done more off the court than I feel like any other WNBA player in the league this season. She has been so busy with like commercials, brand deals, fashion things, the Met Gala, movie premieres, all of the things. She surprised me.
Don't let me turn this shit off, bro. Don't. What is she? Angel Reese has done more outside of the court. Hold on. She got me
Impact as she has in things off the. Take that back. I did think she would make as big as an impact as she has in things off the court, and she has done more off the court than I feel like any other WNBA player in the league this season. She has been so busy with like commercials, brand deals, fashion things, the Met Gala, movie premieres, all of the things. She surprised me with what she did on the court, and I know that there has been a lot of discussion about her offensive abilities, but if we focus on the rebounding, she is.
So I get what she's saying. She's done more things off the court that aren't important to basketball. I thought she was trying to say that she's done more than any rookie outside of basketball off the court, like type of thing. Like, no. She's been involved in things that maybe could be a distraction to her performance on the basketball court. I think everybody needs to understand when I talk about Angel Reese, if I'm not giving her hard criticism, I'm lying to her face like the rest of you. I'm lying to her face. Like, Angel Reese needs to get in the gym and work. And if you guys have a problem with me saying that, you're seriously, there's something wrong with you. If you like Angel Reese and you don't want to see her get in the lab as soon as possible to improve her skill set offensively, something's wrong with you. And you're just hating at this point, because I am holding her accountable for being a professional basketball player at the highest level. It's mind-blowing how you guys react to when I talk about Angel Reese. It really is.
Is arguably the best rebounder in the WNBA. So if we look at Angel Reese's on-court abilities during her rookie season, if this is the worst that she is going to be, I think that there's a lot of things that her game can expand upon. And if she does take this time to get healthy and expand upon those skills, her mid-range shot, honestly, I think the biggest thing she should focus on is just finishing around the rim. That is something where maybe her rebounds will be halved. However, she will still make such an impact around the rim if she can put the ball in the hoop consistently and get that shot percentage up. I think that she has such a bright future ahead, and I hope that she can keep her head on straight and keep focused. One critique that I have of Angel and how she handled her rookie season, I honestly don't think that she should have ever taken on that villain role, and she said it herself. That's why I'm saying it here. If you guys remember this interview right here, here's where she said that she doesn't mind being the bad guy.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that, because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
So that interview was from about 3 months ago at the beginning of the season, where obviously a lot of people were anticipating this Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry that we saw in college, and a lot of people were looking forward to that in the WNBA. I'm going to preface all of this by saying
Angel Reese should have never taking on that role, because now she's turning around and putting it in our face by saying that the fans are this, the fans are that. You accepted the role. You accepted that, not us. You took it upon yourself to make it verbally known that you're okay with the villain role. That's not our fault. That is completely on Angel.
The rivalry worked. The media hyping up these two players and acting like Angel Reese has been in the Rookie of the Year conversation, when in my personal opinion, that just isn't even fair to her to say when Caitlyn ran away with this a few months ago. Having that rivalry worked when it comes to viewership, when it comes to engagement, when it comes to all of those things. However, seeing Angel Reese in the media throughout the past 3 months and how she has come out multiple times and said how she gets a lot of hate online, she gets bullied, different things are sent to her. A lot of these things are alluding to the fact, and she even said that in her farewell letter, that this is the first time that she will get a physical and mental break. I do think that some of this drama, and she started some of it, to be fair, got to her and probably took up more mental space and emotional space than it should have. And I'm only saying this because we've seen her continue to make little sly remarks, even though she says there's no bad blood between her and Caitlyn. And also, not all of this is directed at Caitlyn. She just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things. And my advice to her, from somebody who has been in this industry, maybe not the highest spotlight that she is at, but I have been in somewhat of this spotlight in the sports world, the more that you clap back, the more that you say things, whether you're right or not, whether you're defending yourself in the proper way or not, more is going to come back at you. The more that she says hey haters, it wasn't this, I'm this, it fuels those negative people to continue saying negative things about you. When she went on her podcast, in her first episode in her podcast, the title, I don't know if she changed it at this point because Caitlyn Clark was also in the thumbnail of her video, but the title being addressing the Caitlyn Clark drama. And while in that podcast she said that she respects Caitlyn, she's sure that they'll play together, and I agree with her on all this. I'm not saying that she's lying about any of this, but when she then throws in, but Caitlyn Clark fans do this, and this, just that little piece of information, just that little thing that you said, is going to stir up more controversy and people coming back at you.
And I'm going to chime in. Isn't it funny how the first show on a podcast that is owned by not you, Angel Reese, by somebody else, you are a host on that show, for everybody who's unaware. Isn't it so funny that she used Caitlyn Clark in the thumbnail and title first? Your first video, at least your first video, do an introduction. You know what you were doing by using Caitlyn Clark in that title. You know. So Angel Reese is funny for that. I personally didn't watch it. I saw a couple clips. People have made a lot of things up to that podcast. They're saying it's not even live. They're saying it was recorded. And there's some things on Twitter and Reddit and my email. First off, this video right here was sent to me in my email. I wasn't going to react to any of her content. She does what I do, kind of, in a way. She does what I do. You know what I mean? So it was sent to me in my email. I'm actually glad I watched it because she's giving great information. If you haven't, check out her show. She has some great content, by the way. But personally, I just don't know what to think about this. And like I said, with her podcast, there's something on Reddit where her mic is not plugged in the show. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to sit here and be blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to blast it on Twitter. But it's all over Twitter right now and Reddit. Angel Reese, you look at her mic, it's not plugged in, which is fine. If you guys have no idea how media works. If it's pre-recorded or whatever, that's fine. But just say it's pre-recorded. Don't sit there and whatever the case is. So I don't know. Obviously she's making great points. Angel Reese's injury, her podcast situation, and then the Caitlyn Clark. But what she's trying to say, I think, is you're bringing on that role, right? And then you're going and stating Caitlin Clark fans this, Caitlin Clark fans that. Well, you took it in upon yourself to take in the villain role. You made it okay. You made it okay. Instead of shutting it all down, you accepted it. And that is just the truth. So I don't know what else to say to her.
I know this because I have also been a target where, like I've said, you guys, if you're not familiar with me or like know my backstory, I've been working with the NBA, working in the sports world for over 10 years now. I hosted a show in NBA 2K. And with that, it's like sports fans and video game fans, when those come together, like that's a crazy fan base to have, okay? So I have seen, and again, I'm not negating anything that Angel has seen, and she is at a bigger level of stardom than I have ever been. However, I have seen and heard it all. I have had fake photos created of me and circulated online. I have had to get private investigators involved into fans that were stalking and making like really crazy threats and posting my address online. I have seen, heard it all. I've had interactions with fans that have been wildly uncomfortable in person, like a lot of things. And I'm not saying also any of this for you guys to like feel bad for me. Like it is what it is. It comes with the territory. However, I know that when it gets to a certain level, you have to ignore it more than you respond to it. There's always going to be people putting you down, saying negative things about you, spreading lies about you. And I think that there is a time and a place to maybe address certain things, but I would love to see Angel step up to that next level and be on that high ground to where all of this noise, these trolls, these Caitlin Clark fans, these whoever fans, media, is just so below her because she's so confident in herself that she's unbothered by all of it. I don't think that she was ever the villain.
Look, we're going to cut it right there. You know, like I said, great information. Me personally, I'm going to get my take on Angel Reese, and we're going to cut it. Look, Angel Reese, you're done for the season already, right? The best thing for you to do, me personally, get off social media. Stop posting all these selfies and I'm going to be honest, man, you posting a lot. Like, you know, in your podcast and what you're wearing. Dude, you're a professional basketball player. You got little girls looking up to you. Dude, if you're going to be a professional athlete, dude, be a professional athlete. You're worried about a lot of things right now as a rookie. I understand you're trying to get other businesses going and stuff like that. I salute you. Hire a team. Please, hire a team. You need to be locked in the gym. Just focus. Dude, you could be a great athlete in this game, but you're doing a lot of things for the media. You're giving yourself all of the opportunities to get shit talked to. I'm just going to be honest. All the selfies, all the things you're liking and retweeting, everything, all the booty pictures, all the selfies on Instagram, all the things you continuously do. You're like feeding the fire with everything that you put out. So that's the last thing I'm going to say, man. I would definitely love for this girl just to buckle down, deal with your surgery, recover, get back in the gym, man, and prove everybody wrong in the second year. But as she stated, she mentioned she does need improvement. So just as fast you're about to come at me, go at her. So besides that, look, man, it's your boy CEO Kana. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to Game Day Uncut. I will catch you guys on the next video. I'm out.